Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn it down.
Well, hello, Hank.
Hello, where in the world is Stephanie Viva? Besides somewhere where the internet just sucks.
Oh, it's really bad. At pretty much the minute that I pulled into the Czech Republic, which is now Czechia, I guess.
Okay.
This is what we've been plagued with. So yeah.
Wow.
No. Here.
There we go. Okay, folks, you're going to have to be patient because Stephanie's going to be cutting in and out here. So what's been going on since the last time we talked?
I'm going to do my best. Well, I got on a train at ugly o'clock this morning with all of my belongings, and now we're here in Prague.
Wow.
I know, which I don't know very much about it. So we're going to have an adventure today.
And you never thought you'd visit?
No. Nope. I am. And actually, our former au pair, Marie Trace, is actually meeting us tonight. So she's going to hang out with us. Yeah, I know. So familiar face in a foreign country.
That's great.
I'm all for it.
It looks like y'all having a good time. I saw that looks like Cody had his very first beer.
No drinking age in Germany.
No, there's no drinking age anywhere over there. Really
they don't care.
When we went to Italy, when I brought Mari and Meg to Italy, I mean, Meg had a glass of wine with dinner, and it's just like no big deal.
Well, he wanted the big beer like we had because we were at a German beer house or whatever it was. So we had like 3 sips of it and was like, I don't like it.
I wonder how long that'll last.
Hopefully not really long. Forever.
Forever. That's right.
So we're big winners. Champs.
Yes. Yeah, they did a great job last night because they got they got blown out the other night. Fourth game in Dallas. That nobody really expected them to win. Everybody figured Dallas would at least take one. They didn't think they'd get blown out like they got blown out. But last night was just a great game, and I managed to stay awake, watched it all, and Jaylen Brown was the MVP of not only the championship series but the conference series as well. So it was a nice recognition for him, particularly because he was left off all the All-Star teams, which was really kind of bizarro. But it was a great game. Too bad you guys couldn't have seen it. They haven't.
Do you think that was a bitter pill for Jason Tatum to swallow?
Well, they say they've grown up, and they've learned to love each other. So there was a lot of hugging and crying with the two of them. So I guess they've.
Oh yeah, it's a win.
Right. I guess they've understood that. Well, we got to get along because otherwise we're not going to get anywhere. And I mean, one of them was going to get traded if they didn't find a way to, hug and kiss and make it up. And Kristaps Porzingis actually played last night, which was a huge boost for the team. Huge boost for the fans. I mean, they went crazy every time he came in. And the players said after the game that they really fed off the noise in the Garden. So, and of course, Kyrie Irving got booed every time he touched the ball. And
excellent.
I guess, yep. I guess it is what it is. No word yet on. See, I'm still going through puberty. No word on when the parade is going to be, but there were stories this morning that the duck boats are being washed and probably in the next day or two. But the thing is, when they have the parade, it is going to be seriously hot here. I don't know what the temperature is there, but there are serious heat warnings. Not here on Cape Cod where we originate, will be the coolest place to be, but where I originate, you're on the other side of the world somewhere. But high 80s, low 90s, maybe even cracking 100 in Boston and vicinity, and even up into New Hampshire and Vermont. So Of course, they're telling people to stay home and take it easy. And hey, let's have a parade and have 1 million people show up. Yay!
Yeah, that's kind of scary if you think about it. And everybody and their mother is going to want to be there just because it's so exciting. But you're
Oh, I
right. If
know.
it's going to be a heat wave like that, then you have to stay home.
Right.
Keep it safe.
Did you know
the warnings?
Yes. Did you know that yesterday was the exact day when the last time the Celtics won a title?
Oh, that's amazing. So
Exact
it was
date.
perfect. It was meant to
Title
be.
with Paul Pierce and KG and all of those guys to the day. So that's kind of cool.
Well, I saw so many Cape Codders at that game. Danny Walsh, front and center, one of our good friends who's got courtside seats and has forever since like the doldrums of Celtics watching times. Like it's his time to shine. I saw Brendan Princey at the game. I saw so many fun people.
Right.
Just Cape Codders getting pumped, part of the action, and that just makes me smile.
Right. Must have been.
And then this morning we had a little bit of a problem trying to access our news. What happened there?
Oh, well, something's wrong at if you guys watch Boston News and WBZ, something's wrong over there. Let me see, they let go of a weather guy who was very popular. They replaced him with Jason Michael and put Jason Michael in a really difficult position because the hire looked like something that maybe it was, I don't know, but it looked like a DEI hire. Which didn't play well with some people. And then a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, Kate Merrill, who had been an anchor there for 20-something years, just up and left. So they moved Brianna Pitts from the traffic desk over to the anchor where she was filling in. She was doing a great job. And then last Thursday, they announced that Paula Eben, who had done the morning show like a dozen years ago, was coming back. So then Friday, Brianna Pitts wasn't on. Somebody else was filling in.
What the hell?
Yesterday, everybody was there. Today, I turned it on, of course, to watch the coverage of the Celtics, and they weren't there at all. They were running the national
They're
news.
Off the air.
They're off the air. So I did put something up on social media saying, hey, what's going on at BZ? I actually got an answer from Paula Eben, who said, oh, gee, we had a power outage in Alston. But you would know more about this than I do. Shouldn't TV stations have some kind of backup?
Yeah, there should have been a backup to the backup, unless all of the energy was used from that Celtics game. We used it all.
Yeah, but it's pretty peculiar. And there's I have a friend, someone who I've known for years, who was worked for the Sun Chronicle in Attleboro, who was really plugged in, and he commented that he's hearing BZ is just toxic. So
yeah, it's feeling that way for sure. Hi, Lauren. What's up? I miss your face.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well.
Yep. And somebody else is coming. Cleveland seems to be where they get people from. Jason Michael came from Cleveland, and now there's stuff on social media this week from a news anchor in Cleveland saying her goodbye because she's coming back home to Boston and BZ. So Who knows where she's going to go?
Well, we have talked about this business ad nauseum. It's not the stuff that people want to be involved in right now. It's toxic environment, period. It's the news. It's sensationalized. It's exhausting. It's stressful. And people are trying to avoid it at all costs.
Right.
So doesn't pay real well.
Right. I had a teaching moment on social earlier this week. Not a political rant. Just telling people to just be aware of all the things that they're saying. All the clips, if a clip is embarrassing to President Trump or President Biden, don't believe it. Somebody's monkeying around with it. There's another one floating around now from a big fundraiser they had out in California, I guess over the weekend, where it appears that President Obama takes President Biden's hand to lead him off the stage. Another one of those Biden froze things. Well, you see the whole clip. That's not what happened. He was, again, trying to get Biden's attention because they had to move on, but Biden didn't freeze. And then the other story out there now is that Biden's people have asked CNN if they could have chairs for the debate because Biden can't stand for long periods of time. And everybody's jumped on that. And the funny thing is, one of our United States senators put up a post that said, well, if he can't stand up for a debate, then he's not qualified to be president. And I couldn't resist myself. I said, okay, so FDR wasn't qualified. He never stood.
That's awful.
I mean, come on.
Oh, look at Hank throw wheelchair jokes. This is great.
But please, folks, we don't like to get political here. But
oh my God, definitely not. Well, the first debate is coming up next Thursday, so we're going to have to deal with it or not.
I'll be on vacation. Yay!
There you go. Someone on the train somewhere Amsterdam was trying to talk to me. Oh, you're American, trying to talk to me about politics. I'm like, no. Listen, on vacation. And also, no, I don't talk about that at home. Why would I talk about it here?
Right.
It was awkward.
We don't want to talk about politics here.
No, not at all. What's up, Emily? My plans for today are we're going to go see a castle. We're going to go see a bridge. And we're going to go take a tour of some medieval ruins underground.
Okay.
Some ghost stories.
Oh, cool. And very proud of you, by the way, climbing all those steps at that.
Oh my God.
cathedral.
My body hates my guts today.
But your kids don't.
No, not today. Yeah. Apparently there's like a lot of Vietnamese here. So I had a fabulous Vietnamese lunch the minute I got here, and I was like, okay,
Really?
sustenate, and I've had all my stuff. We had whirlwind of Berlin yesterday, and it was a lot of World War II stuff, wicked heavy. And also the Euro Cup is here. So people are psychotic soccer fans here watching it all unfold. And there's a big game today. Czech Republic plays. But yesterday, it was the first time in Berlin that they've had that soccer match in the last 20 years.
Really?
So hundreds of people were pouring into the city, and we were leaving goodbye. We were good.
Well, they love their soccer like we love our football. So
big time. So what's going on with baseball since we're talking sports today?
Hey, the Red Sox took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. They took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, both the quote unquote best teams in baseball. They embarrassed the Yankees on Sunday night. They stole 9 bases. That set not only a club record, but a league record.
Well, we like that.
Stolen bases. A league record that went back to 1940. Where are they now? They're in Toronto now, and they weren't stealing bases. They were hitting home runs. So they're fun to watch. They may sneak into the playoffs, but it looks like letting the kids play seems to be maybe a good strategy. And when Tristan Casas comes back, the offense is really going to ramp it up. Tristan Casas, by the way, he's the first baseman. He's the one that paints his nails. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
No,
I
love it.
He's a huge personality. They interviewed him in the dugout on the local broadcast over the weekend, and they had him on ESPN on ESPN. No, they had him on. I forget what they had him on, one of the national networks. He absolutely took over the broadcast. They gave him a microphone,
like needs a little
asked him a question, and he just went. He was fabulous.
Good. I think it brings more light. I mean, look at the Savannah Bananas. That's like the reason we love them. They're TikTok. They're fun. They're light. They're energetic. Gone is the stuffy days of baseball. More personalities, please. I say yes.
Yeah, and the Bananas just got me for 2 more T-shirts.
Of course they did.
They now have a commemorative Fenway Park T-shirt.
That's awesome.
So I ordered 2 of them. Like I need more T-shirts, but
I know. I'd kill for a T-shirt right now. It's been like super cold. I had to go and buy a sweatshirt when I was in Scotland or Ireland rather. And then now it's friggin' hot, and we're about to go into Budapest by the weekend where it's going to be 100. So
Isn't that a song by George Ezra?
Yes, it is. That's what I keep singing to the kids. They're like, where is that? Where are we going?
Budapest.
Yeah, but apparently they've got natural springs. So they've got this awesome water park for like $10 a person to get in and just relax. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Good.
Bring me the spa. I need it after the amount of walking that we've done, over like 20,000 steps a day.
Wow. So you'll come back probably, you're going to lose weight while you're gone. I mean,
No, all I'm doing is eating. It's like
okay.
chocolate, snacks, cakes, coffee, second breakfast.
But aren't you walking it off though?
Oh, 100%. Everything hurts and I want to die. I'm like, I'm fine. Everything's fine.
And we talked last week about the difference in train service in this country as opposed to over there. What's it like riding the trains? What are the trains like?
Have to tell you how amazing they are, but more importantly, when we were pulling into Berlin, we're on our way from Amsterdam, and right when we crossed the border from the Netherlands to Germany, the Dutch hosts from the train were like, okay, and we're leaving you, the Germans are coming. And everybody laughed on the train. It was very, very funny. But so then the German conductor immediately, like, you're Americans, listen, this is way better than Amtrak. Let me give you an upgrade. Your whole family needs to sit together, opens up our own private room, puts us in there. He's like, make sure you let everybody know we're better than Amtrak. I'm like, okay.
Now, what about security or passports going from country to country? I mean, do they pay attention to that?
No, not at all. When you cross over to a different country, they'll check your tickets to make sure that you're valid to be there. But no, they haven't. We've only gotten our passport stamped twice when we flew. And I gotta tell you, TSA in other countries, so easy. Just put your crap in a plastic bag. They're like, yeah, we don't care about that. Keep your shoes on. If it's below your ankle, you're fine. Like once you're in there, it's so easy to travel country to country.
Yeah, and you don't have to take your belt off. You don't have to. You don't have to take your computer out of your bag and all that stuff.
No, super, super easy. So that was really actually pleasant. Our travel portion has been pretty flawless and
do they X-ray you when you go through security like they do here?
No.
I think that's kind of past now. I think security is so much better that what we have to do over here is just insane.
You know what, Hank, though? A lot of everything here is Big Brother anyway. I mean, they're always watching you. There's cameras everywhere. So it's and even with the ticket when we were in Germany to go on the train, it's honor system. Basically, they tell you you're fined $60 a person if you're busted with an invalid ticket. So everybody just kind of does what you're supposed to do without, I'm sure there's graft and I'm sure people get away with it. But at the same time, for the most part, most people follow the rules. It's orderly.
Right. Well, it's much more I don't know if communal is the right word, but cultures where people actually work together. It's just part of how things are. So that honor system absolutely makes sense. Over here, you're going to get somebody who's going to start screaming, my rights, and I can do this, and I can. Over there,
no one speaks the same language. I don't know any languages that people are speaking. And where I'm at right now, most of them are Russian. A lot of them are speaking all of the languages. The one thing that they're not speaking in this country right now is English. So that's been a stretch. But Cliff has got this cool app where you can like scan a menu and it immediately you can pick what language, and then it like just changes the menu at like before your eyes to be read in English. So I was like, that's kind of cool and helpful. Not great for speaking, but nods and thank yous work also.
So where we're at right now. Point to the menu and say 2 of these and 1 of these, and they know.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. Except the boys really wanted McDonald's yesterday, and that took the most amount of time.
Now, I went to a McDonald's in Rome, which was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
To go to McDonald's in Rome. I mean, why would there be a McDonald's in Rome? How were the McDonald's where you were?
So good. Way better. The food's way better. Sorry, chains.
The food is better in McDonald's in Europe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I ever told you about the time that we went to Andorra, but with the McDonald's was like glass. They served beer. They had macarons. Really? It was like, okay, got a beer for $1 and got to have French pastries. It's so different. I think it's just the name and the trademark rather than the actual food that exists in it.
It's just the franchise and
that's totally different. So what else is happening at home? I'm kind of a little bit of homesick right now.
Well, let me grab my notes here. The other big thing that's going on is the whales. There are apparently large pods of whales outside the Cape Coast right now. maybe even more than they have expected. There are humpbacks, there are orcas, there are right whales, and there's something called a SEI, a sea whale. I don't know what that is. I never heard of it, but there are just tons of whales, and the whale wash business has really just started to kick in, and people are coming back with photo after photo after photo because there's just so many of them out there right now.
Very cool.
Somewhat unexpected that they're all here. So quite as
well. What are they snacking on? Obviously, it's got to be something that they like around here.
I don't know, but it's amazing. Oh, and the fire to Daniel Webster, by the way, is either someone was smoking or there were extension cords outside and something happened with the extension cords.
Oh,
and they really don't know which one. So that's just a little small thing for those of you on Cape Cod who.
Yeah, like we're just getting started with this season, and that this weekend is going to be crazy just because the temperatures are wild everywhere in Massachusetts. So everybody's going to be coming for our coast. So it's going to be wall to wall people plan for it. So first
and we leave
day
Saturday
of summer.
For Florida, so we're getting out of here.
Are you nuts? It's going to be 300 degrees in Florida.
Yeah,
You're going to burn on site.
I know.
Going to melt like a magnifying glass. Yep. You crazy
and
person.
And the pool here at the Villages is going to open on Friday.
Oh, well, that's good. Day after summer starts.
Right after, right. And so we'll be going Saturday, but we'll be sure to jump in on Friday just to say that we've used our pool. So where are you sitting right now?
So I'm outside. I'm in a little cafe. I was waiting for my. Our room's not ready until 4, so we've got an apartment that we're staying in here.
Okay.
So I'm just in a courtyard with a damn dog barking upstairs. I'm probably annoying the crap out of people that live here. So
because the first place you were when we couldn't get this thing going was the laundry room.
Yes. It was hot in there too. So that's like the check-in area. So you can buzz yourself in and then put your luggage away. So we can at least enjoy the sights and sounds without lugging our backpacks around town, which is nice.
That's cool.
It's freaking heavy. I'm exhausted. I'm about to start departing with clothing. This was good. Bye-bye.
So since you've been staying in hotels, I found this from betterreport.com, and I don't know if this will work for you, but 7 design tips you can steal from a hotel.
Oh, okay.
So let me see if you have found any of these things at your fancy schmancy European hotels that you've stayed at. For example, use mix and match furniture. Has the furniture been mix and match?
No, not really. Everything has been very modular.
Okay. No overhead lighting, just lamps.
Yeah, nobody has overhead lighting. They all have lamps.
Art, not generic kind of art, but like different kinds of art pieces that look somewhat original or different.
I was definitely taken in Germany with the amount of actual art that they have everywhere. It's pretty impressive.
Really?
I feel like we're so dull.
What kind of art?
Just everything from graffiti to mixed mediums. It's just really, really cool. It's visually stimulating of a place to see.
Okay. Now the thing that says here you could steal from a hotel is to upgrade the bedding. Like the sheets are better in a hotel than they are at home.
I always want hotel bedding at home. I just can't keep my hands on it because somebody steals my sheets.
In a hotel in a hotel, the bathroom sometimes is kind of like a spa.
Not ours. Ours have all been tiny.
Oh, okay.
I know I'm a big person, but this makes me feel real big. Oh my God, the tiny little, everything's thin and narrow and deep.
Right.
I'm like Ichabod Crane in there.
Right.
And
every bathroom has a bidet, right?
No, none. I've had no bidets thus far.
No bidets?
I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know. Maybe as we come along the bottom, we'll have more bidet time.
Oh, that was the thing that freaked me out when I would go to Italy was the bidets, and
definitely
I look at it.
Italy. Yeah,
how am I supposed to do it?
What's up, Nate? Go Celts is right, my boy Jaylen Brown. He says MVP. Yes, very good morning to you.
This is one that I've noticed even in hotels here, that hotels have a certain scent.
Mm,
You
not
know,
here.
Not here.
It's been very drab.
Hmm. And the last one is using flowers strategically.
Okay. They just have flowers everywhere
They have
here.
flowers
We were
everywhere. See,
walking through I forget where we were yesterday, but the like just the aroma. I thought it was wisteria, and then we got to this giant field of roses. It was just incredible.
Really?
Right in front of this basilica, St. Margaret's, I think, where they had a fresco from the 1500s. I was
Mhm.
very
Impre-
impressed. It looked like Indiana Jones stuff. Very neat. You know how cultured we are.
Yes, yeah, we got class.
Yeah, no, I don't know what possessed me to say to the kids, all right, we're gonna go climb this thing, but that stairway to hell is what I'd like to refer to it as.
I think they view it as something else, but that's okay.
I will be feeling that for the next month, I think.
But
But
you
it got
did it. That's the
done.
thing.
Yeah, well, and now I'm annoyed because now every extra step I just look at the family like, really? And we haven't even gotten to Vienna yet with My Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music. Like we're not even there yet, Hank.
That is Mari's favorite movie.
This is why I am taking the Sound of Music tour. I'm very excited for it.
You're taking the Sound of Music tour?
Yes.
Oh, you should have brought Mari. I mean, I hate the Sound of Music. Oh my God, it's just about my
How
least
can
favorite
you not?
movie.
Oh, it's the best movie ever. Julie Andrews is a gem. She is a goddess.
I love Julie Andrews. But the thing is, what you have to know about the real story is, and I'm sure some people know, that the real person that Julie Andrews played didn't look like Julie Andrews.
Well, that doesn't matter, Hank. It's
Right.
poetic license. Everybody's prettier in our brains.
Yeah, poetic license is one way to put it. Misrepresentation could be
Captain
another.
Von Trapp was just as handsome. It was exactly that way in my mind forever. Thank you. No, when I was listening to Edelweiss yesterday in the beer house, I was all like, oh, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. So what do you see on the Sound of Music tour? Like
I'm not
you
quite
go to the
sure.
convent and up to the hills and
Yes, my hills will be alive with the sound of music,
music.
Hank. And I will share with it as much as I humanly am able to do so. So
Oh
I'm
my
very much
gosh.
looking forward to it. But I'm trying not to rush it. I'm trying to take everything in the moment. You know, we're just going through and like, what are the big things to see in this country? Because we'll probably never be back here and doing those. The structures around are just really everything is a museum. And I'm trying to mix it up a little bit because my son gets really bored. So him and Cliff found the only gaming place, I swear, in all of Berlin in some like weird off area and just disappeared for half a day. And Lily, no, that was Amsterdam. And you and I went to Heineken.
Oh, they disappeared to a gaming place in Amsterdam, right? They didn't disappear to that other place. No,
we didn't even go to the red light district. We were all like, let's do it. And then we all got tired. Too much water. They have us doing too many activities.
Mm-hmm. So you skipped the red light district. Oh, well.
Yeah, we didn't need it. It's good. I have teenagers. I'm good. Although when we were on that little boat cruise, the guy was very funny. He said, there's not much that the Dutch don't share. They don't, he goes, this is the way you tell a Dutchie. If they have no curtains, they're a Dutchie.
A Dutchie.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep. So we learned a little bit about a few cultures and we're trying to, mix it up. Museum, a little bit of art. Then we're just looking at buildings at this point. Cause I mean, it's pretty magical.
Right. Taking pictures?
Some I'm trying to be mindful and like be in the moment, but yeah, we're taking enough. Everybody's mixing and matching in the photo arena. Lily took a cute one of me today where I was like not actually looking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I don't know. She's sending it to Dad so that he can Photoshop out the plastic bottles in front of me. What are you going to do, Hank? We've been train living, and today's the first day that we're going to have an apartment, so we'll have a little space.
Wow.
Which will be nice.
So how long are you there for?
I think 2 days, and then we're on to Budapest for, I think, the weekend. And then our next stop after that is Vienna.
Yeah. Wow. And then home.
I'm not sure. No, we have to be in Antwerp at some point because that's what's flying us back to Dublin.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a loose way home. We're not quite sure yet. But so far, Cliff's done a really good job planning.
Now, the purpose of this business trip was to go to the Geek Conference in Dublin. How was that? How did that turn out to be?
It was good. We had a really good time. We met a bunch of people in our industry, and we didn't buy anything. And I was very happy about that.
You didn't buy anything?
Well, they're always trying to upgrade your services and get you to jump onto the newest, latest, greatest thing. And so the boys have to be mindful of their purchases. So nothing was purchased. Everybody had a good time.
Mm-hmm. Someone's emptying the trash behind you.
Yeah, well. Listen, we didn't say that the makeshift studio wasn't without its quirks.
Oh.
We're doing our best here, Hank.
That's right. That's right. No, it looks nice. It looks, I'd like to be sitting there, but, but you see, the thing is, like we talked about before, Mari couldn't do this. Mari couldn't do the
it would stress her out.
The loosey-goosey. Well, let's go here and see what happens. I mean, we're going to be in Clearwater for Saturday to Saturday, and she pretty much has an agenda for us already.
Oh,
and we've been there like I don't know how many times.
Right.
Everything is already, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You're going to call this person, make sure we can do that. I'm like, okay.
Yes, some people like those plans. Some people like those tours, and we've got friends that do that. Our friends over at Unique Travel, she does a really good job of organizing that stuff. And Lemonadio, we are planning a trip to Greece. And if you would like to have more information, we will have those dates probably next month. Mm-hmm. And so start your planning and sock away a couple of bucks and come on a Grecian vacation with us, everybody, because that will be completely planned out.
Good Lord willing, we're all in. So
food and booze included. It will all be taken care of, so you don't have to think about it. Very much a different vacation than what we're doing right now. This is what country is this? And do they take our money?
Right.
No.
Does my cell phone work here?
No. They don't speak our language either. This is good.
This is good, right? Don't take our money, don't speak our language, and now my cell phone doesn't work. And the Wi-Fi is no good anyway.
Hey, we have managed to scrape through this show, Hank.
Right. And speaking of Wi-Fi not working, you haven't been here to experience this yet, but because more people are coming on Cape, phone service is starting to lag, Wi-Fi service is starting to lag.
Let the complaining begin.
Right, because as you know, as everyone should know, the Wi-Fi service, the phone service, the system itself is built for the permanent population. Mm-hmm. It's not built for the population that's here for 2 or 3 months, because apparently it's not worth it to the phone company and the cable company to upgrade it. So it's gonna start. Like I said, it's already started. Sometimes it takes you go to call somebody and you just wait and wait and wait and wait, and then finally it may start dialing, or maybe you've got to hang up and start again. And the Wi-Fi service is not that good anyway around here, but now the phone service is starting to get a little hinky.
Well, we could have rolling blackouts, so be thankful we're not dealing with that at this point in time.
Are they having rolling blackouts there?
No, this is just what happens when it gets too hot in other places in our country.
Yes.
So,
yes. Oh, yeah. I mean,
you're not allowed to complain yet.
No. I mean, in Texas, they have their own utility. They have their own grid. They've cut themselves off from the national grid. So when not national grid, but they've cut themselves off from the other 49 states. So I
feel like that seems like a very Texas thing to do.
Oh yeah. And then the governor announced, maybe you missed this, the governor announced last week or the week before that he was going to start his own stock exchange.
Okay.
If you want to do that, that's fine. They're inching towards independence.
I'm not against it.
No, there were several states I wish we could actually get rid of, but Texas being one of them.
Well, I feel like that's such a thing over here. I am currently in one of what they say is the most well-preserved country in Europe. But you're seeing the melting pot of all Europeans at this point over here.
Yeah.
It's not even a thing. And everybody works well together. So I feel like there's hope for us. I mean, they're just a few hundred years ahead of us. So
because
we'll get there.
Because the language is kind of sort of the same. Again, when I worked for the company in Italy, one of the people I worked really close with was from Portugal, and he didn't speak Italian. He didn't naturally, I guess, if you want to say, but he picked it up pretty quick. And I said, "How did you manage to do that?" And he said, "Because essentially it's the same language."
Yeah, it's a Romance language. Here,
a lot of it is
not
just,
so.
he said, a lot of the words are the same. He said, "Didn't take me any time to learn to speak Italian."
Well, Czech is not like that.
No, they're their own language.
They have their own language and it's very different. So yeah, here on International Picnic Day. So I'm going to find myself having an international picnic at some point today. It's also Sir Paul McCartney's 82nd birthday.
Wow.
I know. Happy birthday, Paul.
And he's still touring.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
I mean, did they ever think back all those years ago that one, they'd live that long?
I know.
And two, that if they did, they'd be still out touring.
It's just pretty incredible. Apparently there is a John Lennon wall somewhere here within the city. So I'm going to go try and find that at some point.
What's the connection?
I have no idea. So I'm going to go have to do a little research and figure out what it is. But I mean, I feel like that is one of those international sensations.
Right.
In whatever language, they meant something to somebody. The Beatles did at some point. So
Right. Well, didn't they play a lot at some club in Germany? I know you're not in Germany, but in Germany, wasn't there a club that they went to that they played to a lot?
Yeah, and then even Bowie's favorite place was always Berlin.
Yep.
Some awesome greats from a different space, and I'm just watching all of the summer flyers because around here, Glastonbury, like all the big music festivals are happening right now. So it's all American artists, so it's kind of fun. I know so many people that went to go see Taylor Swift in Portugal, so because it was cheaper.
Yeah. Now George Strait set a record last week for the most paid concert tickets. He had 110,000 people show up at a concert.
That's pretty impressive.
I mean, look, George Strait, he's a country legend. I don't understand. The previous record was 106,000 set by the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
Now, how many people who were there actually remember they were there is another issue. But
hey, I was at one of the last concerts. I remember it.
You remember?
I didn't want to be there.
Why?
Because I was with my boyfriend at the time who really loved them, and I just really didn't.
Oh, well,
I guess you're going to be thankful you went.
All right.
Like,
well, I guess in concerts they were kind of sloppy.
Yeah, I'm like, it just wasn't. It wasn't it for me.
Right, that they would like play a song and then they'd wander around and talk to each other, and maybe
sense.
10 minutes later they'd play something else. Right?
Oh wait, we're still here, guys.
We're still here. Oh, okay. Who are these people? Oh, this isn't my living room.
That's awesome. Well, time is racing on. I mean, summer officially arrives on Thursday. We've got our Quahog Day. Our new DJ, Cindy G, is going to be out celebrating Quahog Day over at the Chart Room. So if you're looking for a nice mudslide and to celebrate.
Don't say that.
What?
Oh, mudslides, no.
I know, right?
No.
Not good.
No. I had an awful experience with mudslides.
Oh God! Oh, let's not talk about that.
And I never. I mean, I like them, and never will again. Never, ever, ever will again.
You got to go slow, Hank. Just one. That's it.
That was part of the problem. They were going down really easy.
Right.
And
We've got a lot of great events.
And I stood up and went, "Uh-oh!" And I think that was the time that we had friends over. And the kids were playing in the pool, and we were having mudslides, and we realized it was like 8:45, and we hadn't fed the kids. But they were fine. They had cookies and chips, and
the kids are fine. They got
everything else. The kids are fine. The parents don't even know where they are. At
Less
this
than,
point.
less than so. So we've got
Yes.
our summer solstice, first day of summer. If you're looking for stuff to do this week, our hosts are holding it down. We've
Yep.
got Bree, we have got Sandy, we've got who else we got on the mix? Robin, Emily has been holding it down at the Mashpee Farmers Market. And if you're looking for events on Cape.com is where you can go and find those. And what else is happening? First day of summer, you guys are jet setting away.
Yep.
We've got our first Power of Produce market, which is happening at the Mashpee Farmers Market on Sunday. So swing through and grab
And you can meet
yourself.
Mariana next time.
Yeah, Vanna Pacella is going to be performing,
Great.
and it's just getting bigger. And I'm very excited. People are starting to like share their dishes. And then tagging, I bought this fresh from the Mashpee Farmers Market, which I was like, oh,
Oh,
yay.
that's great.
Yeah. So feel free to do so on Cape Cod Dining at Home and everywhere else. And just tag Mashpee Farmers Market if you got something
Right.
fresh from there. We
Yes.
want to know.
Absolutely. Oh no, the vegetables that we bought there so far, they were great.
And just some different stuff too. Cape and Islands produce is really fantastic. She's bringing some really cool ethnic veggies that you don't see everywhere. Like Mary O'Keefe was like, "Oh, I grilled up some uribe." I was like, "What even is that? That looks delicious." It looks really good.
Oh, good.
But apparently, it's like a multicolored sweet potato looking root vegetable.
Oh, okay.
Why not? I need something different.
It must be. Well, are you eating different?
Oh, absolutely. I'm eating everything. That's the
Oh.
problem. I'm like, whatever, that looks good.
Yeah.
Because we're doing 20,000 steps a day.
That's true.
So
That's true. But the food is fresher there than it is here. There's
so much better.
no
You know what?
preservatives.
I've got to
generally.
say, we were exhausted the other night and we got like takeout pizza. We ate the takeout pizza and immediately went to sleep. If I did that at home, I'd be dead. I'd physically be sick.
Right.
Here, nothing. Not an issue. So
Oh yeah, because the tomatoes were probably picked earlier in the day.
there's something in the gluten, I swear. I really, really believe it's the flour. I don't know what it is, but we're not going to get into a dietary conversation because Lord knows
now,
I don't have the answer.
Yes. Why ruin your vacation? Why
Don't
ruin
look at
everyone's
me for
summer?
that. All right, Hank, I got castles to go look at. What have you got going on?
What have I got going on? Well, we have Cape Cod Dining at Home and anywhere else is our website, Mari's website. Coming up this afternoon on lunch break, we're going to talk about the 11 things you shouldn't buy at Walmart.
Oh, I'm actually going to have to listen in. The
Yes.
app works perfectly here, by the way.
Oh, good. And Sunday on Classic Jazz, we're going to be saluting the women of jazz.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
Don't forget to find us, lemonadio.com, Roku TV, Alexa, play Lemonadio Radio, or you can just listen, lemonadio.com. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll be checking in with you a little bit more, probably not from Czech because they don't have great Wi-Fi here.
And we can talk next Tuesday from Florida.
All right, cool.
I'll find a spot by the pool.
And I might be in Brussels.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Let's see what we can do. A true international. Wow, that'll be good. All right, let's see what we can do. Can't
All right,
promise,
everybody.
maybe.
Yeah, right. As long as the Wi-Fi is strong, we will be back. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Right.
Bye, Hank.
Okay, stay safe. Safe travels.